And as a black man,
yes,
0.1%, I resent Barack Obama accusing me of being a sexist and a race traitor. This tribal politics thing only works sometimes.
That was MAGA Fox host Jesse Waters, who continues to shock and just disturb me with the things that come out of his mouth. How are we less than 30 days out from an election, and this is what is coming out of the Fox propaganda network? They can't even message on behalf of Donald Trump anymore because his campaign is in such disarray. So they've devolved into nonsense like this from Jesse Waters. But thankfully, during the hour of the 5, there is a bit of a voice of reason in our favorite Jessica Tarlov, and she did quite a bit of shutting down on the show today, and I am so excited to get into all of that. Not only shutting down and calling out her MAGA Fox co-host, but just getting them so upset, and that makes it so much sweeter, doesn't it? But like I said, can't wait to get into all of this. But before we do, if I could quickly ask you to leave a like on this video, and if you enjoy our channel and want to be a part of the community we're building here, to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It really goes a long way and means the world to me. Now let's get into this next clip of Jessica just calling out the ridiculous criticism of Barack Obama's speech from her MAGA co-host right here.
And I don't think any of us are in a position to tell Barack Obama how to message. The guy knows what he's doing. He's won 2 presidential elections, and he's one of the greatest political communicators that we've ever seen.
On what planet do Jesse Waters and Greg Gutfeld, of all people, think they can criticize Barack Obama for the way that he delivers a political speech? These guys, Jesse Waters, has he heard himself talk? Has he heard any of the points he tries to deliver? I usually can't even understand anything Greg Gutfeld is trying to say. It is usually just whiny complaints. These guys have no place to talk, and I'm sure they're really just upset on behalf of Donald Trump for the evisceration of him last night from President Obama. Just such an incredible speech, as always, and we can expect more of that on the campaign trail. We can also expect more complaints from Greg Gutfeld and Jesse Waters about Kamala Harris and the rest of her incredible surrogates. And we saw that with Greg Gutfeld right here, and then we're going to get into Jessica's takedown of it.
You know what it
There's
is?
one issue. Do you have the God Bless America Bible?
I have the New Testament. Jessica, whether it's this Bible or it's infidelity or a person of bad character, those are very easy topics to discuss, as long as you don't discuss your stance on abortion. If you are a Catholic,
Then why is she
no, wait, let me finish. I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking because you're not Catholic, and I'm just saying that if you are a Catholic and you are upset about Donald Trump's character, and yet you are okay with voting for a person who wants abortion on demand, you're worse. I'm sorry, you're worse. And I'm not making, I'm just saying from when you analyze the beliefs of a Catholic being pro-life, you have no stance at all. If you are okay with abortion, you can't say, oh, Trump has a lousy character. No, you got no character. You have none.
Yep. Single issue voters, Christian community, single issue voters. That's the issue of life that Greg just beautifully spoke to. All right.
Thank you.
Yes, the party of Christian family values has to support Donald Trump. How could they not? He is such an upstanding man of faith. On his 3rd wife, who he had an affair while she was pregnant, sure. Man of faith. Selling Chinese Bibles, man of faith. Yeah, that's Donald Trump. Lying, cheating, stealing. Yeah, the party of family values. Just absolute nonsense from Greg Gutfeld. Such hypocrisy from MAGA, as always. But when there is hypocrisy on the 5, of course, Jessica Tarlov is there to call it out, there to crush it. That's exactly what she did. This clip right here.
Though the numbers are not as pronounced in terms of turning against him, but you do see some slippage, is that religious voters see a person who has a bad character. They see someone who is an adulterer. They see someone who demonizes migrants, who demeans women. And that is something that is resonating from the Harris campaign. They are making that case, and they are getting somewhere with that. You see someone, this God Bless America Bible that he has, that he printed 120,000 copies of in China, so the America First guy that's producing his Bible in China, costs $3 to make it. He's hawking them for $59.99 here. Those are things that people who are actually religious, who care about it, are looking at it and saying, like, is this guy just a
people,
huckster?
people who are evangelical and Catholic should read the Bible. It's unmistakably clear on life, and that just means priests.
Well, should it be printed in
pastors are
China
not
if he's
being
the
vocal
America
on the
First
issue.
guy? Should he be hawking Bibles?
You know what it
There's
is?
one issue
Do you have
with
the
it.
do you have the God
issues-
Bless America
whether
Bible?
it's
I have the New
Bi-
Testament and Old
Jessica,
Testament
whether
Bible.
it's this
This story, this new development that Donald Trump is selling Bibles that were made in China just perfectly goes to show the shallowness of all the lies he tells. First of all, that he is a business genius. If you were a business genius, I don't think you would be selling Bibles at this point in your life. I think you'd have a bit of money put away, but of course, the grift above all else. Second, it shows how little he cares about being tough on China, which has been his biggest claim since he ran for president the first time. And thirdly, really, you're selling Bibles. I still don't think we've come to term with the fact that Donald Trump, as a political candidate, as the Republican nominee for president, is trying to sell Bibles to make a couple bucks to pay his legal fees. It is just such a separation from what reality should be. And that was perfectly pointed out in this great ad from the Lincoln Project.
I'm proud to be promoting the God Bless the USA Bible. It's my favorite book. I could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody.
Donald Trump found guilty all 34 counts of falsifying business records.
Donald Trump's hush money payments to adult film star Stormy Daniels.
She'd had an affair with Trump.
I am the chosen one.
The Trump Organization frauded the state of New York.
$354 million.
I'm very greedy. We must make America pray again.
How stupid are the people of the country to believe this crap?
Donald Trump, in his entire existence, is antithetical to what anyone could possibly consider Christian values. This is a guy who has spent his life lying, cheating, and stealing, and attacking those who are different from him. Not only directing hate, but creating more hate, inspiring hate, inspiring violence. It's how he thrives. It's the only way that he can succeed. It's by creating chaos and by creating division. It's the only thing that Donald Trump ever wants to do, besides, of course, complain about his own problems, because that should be your focus as a Christian, not helping others, not focusing on the ways that you can serve them, serve your community. No, whining all the time and attacking anyone who's different from you. Really, this guy right here is Christian values.
They took him in through probation. So I assume they're like prisoners or something, and therefore they're legal. They brought in 32,000 people into a community of 50, a community that was a nice community. And now if you want to go to the hospital, you can't get in. Your children can't get into school. And what they're doing is looking, the mayor is a very nice man. I mean, I think he's nice. He's trying to be nice. He's looking for interpreters because they don't speak the language of you and everybody in this room. It's a totally different language. So they're looking for interpreters. And he's acting like, yes, we're having a hard time hiring interpreters. This community was hit with 32,000 illegal migrants. They have to go back to where they came from. I'm sorry. Springfield, Ohio.
Didn't that Jesus guy have a couple messages about bringing in people who were different from you? Anything like that? No, Donald, you don't remember? One of my favorite videos ever of Donald Trump, and again, it is the fault of the mainstream media, we don't have more of these, is when he was asked what his favorite Bible verse was, and his answer was, there's so many. I love so many of them. I couldn't pick one. It's a very personal thing. And the interviewer continued to press him, but if you had to pick one, you name a chapter, name a verse, give me anything, he wouldn't answer. And we need to see more of that for the mainstream media, pushing back, calling him out on the plentiful amount of lies. But this is someone who is completely antithetical to any sort of Christian value that you could ascribe to anyone. And it is so sad to see the MAGA cult move from Donald Trump is chosen by God, which is still something they believe, to really Donald Trump himself is a God, which is what he wants to be. He wants to be someone above the law, above anything, and, not have his lack of character challenged. But it was challenged by President Obama in that great speech we talked about that made Jesse Waters so mad. So let's take a look.
At the end of the day, this election isn't just about policies. It's about values. It's about who we are and how we treat each other. And the example we want to set for our children and for their children. And it's about character.
Don't we want a president with integrity? What a low bar that is. That's what we're asking for. Someone with character. Someone who's not a liar or a cheat or a fraud. The bar is, it's at the floor at this point. But so is Donald Trump. So can't we just move on from him? Can't we just turn the page? Can't we just not go back? I think so. And I'm hoping you do too. And if you are, we're going to be talking about that on this show every single day. And if you want to support that, as always, you can hit that subscribe button. You can leave it like on this video. And if you stuck around to the end, drop a blue heart in the comments or just say hi. I really appreciate y'all. And until next time, I'll see you soon.